Hello, I am back. Today we are going to talk about episode 17 of Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger. This was a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to give you just a synopsis of the plot, and then we'll talk about the really interesting stuff. So, the episode starts with the Blood Game Commander Trumpus, a card-based monster, sending down playing cards that attach to people's heads. The Zyuohgers find him, and he puts cards on their heads as well after a little bit of a battle. They learn later on that anybody with the same mark on their card, when they get close to another person, they get shocked. I'm not exactly sure if it's lightning or what it is. It doesn't seem to knock them out, so I assume it just hurts. I kind of wish maybe the effects were a little more lethal, but kid show, what you gonna do? After this fight with the monster, he starts the game, and he shuffles all the different people with the cards on their heads and sends them to random points on the map. Sella lands next to this little boy who is scared because he doesn't have his dad. She decides to take care of him and learns through kind of spending time with him that his dad isn't around a lot because of business trips. This also makes her think about her little brother back in Zhuland, who missed his father as well because he was often away on business. Apparently, her little brother also got sick a lot, which makes me think even when he saw his dad, he wasn't exactly the healthiest person anyway. Oh, and also, Sella knows this, she wraps this thing around Yamato's uncle's throat, which is supposed to help you feel better if you've got like a cold or a flu. It's supposed to make your throat feel better. And she knew how to do this because of her brother's aforementioned propensity for illness. She spends some time with the boy, and then he's like, wait, I thought you were going to help me find my dad. And then he thinks she's lying to him. He runs away. He thinks he's lying to her. He runs away to go look for his dad. During this time, Yamato's Uncle Mario figures out a way to counteract the cards. He just has to draw a different symbol on them, like with a marker, and it makes them not work. I forgot to mention, while the others were being thrown in different directions, Yamato somehow ended up at his house and crashed through the roof. He whips out his changer, the Zhuo Cube, the Mark of the King, whatever it is, and starts contacting the other rangers. Somehow, Uncle Mario still hasn't figured out that he's a ranger at this point. It's kind of weird, but after they figure out the miraculous trick of how to combat the monster's cards, they go to fight him, destroy his card pack, which gets rid of all the cards, and the day is saved. Kento is even reunited with his dad right before the fight between the Rangers and the monster. Now, this was pretty good, but at the very end of the fight, we get introduced to Zhuo the World. Yeah, we have our 6th Ranger, and he's evil. One of my favorites. I love it when the extra ranger or hero or whatever starts off evil, because they always do this thing in Super Sentai where the rangers, when they're evil, are very OP. And we get a few instances of his weapon, a really stupid thing at first. He comes with a flashlight and a fishing pole thing, but the fishing pole thing, we can see as he changes forms, can be turned into a javelin of some sort, I think. Think of the Boken javelin, and some kind of crank handle rifle, which is cool. This was the character we were talking about last week. He is apparently a human crossed with a crocodile, rhino, and wolf Zhu-man. He wipes the floor with them and can even unleash the beast, get the super mode, with all 3 of them acting at once. Something Yamato can't even do with his Zhuo Eagle and Zhuo Rilla, or Gorilla form. he wipes the floor with them. We get to see a cool fight. The fishing line, or the fishing pole mode of his weapon can be used kind of like the Eagle Riser and, trap them. And I think it may even be serrated. I'm not exactly sure. To change his form from Zyuoh Wild Rhinoceros mode to wolf mode to crocodile mode, his little flashlight thing has a cube on it that he turns, and then he kind of like the Mark of the King, and then transforms or changes his face, like when Yamato uses Zyuoh Gorilla, how the face on the mask lifts up. And he points the flashlight, and that somehow transforms him. We leave the episode on the Rangers kind of defeated, and it's going to be a two-parter. So I'm interested to see where that goes. I always love it when Rangers are evil, as I said. This one seems interesting because it's a normal human and 3 human in there. I'm not exactly sure how yet he was formed, but it could be interesting with multiple personalities possibly fighting for control. I'm not exactly sure how that will go, but I love the super mode for Zyuoh the World. I love the design. I like how each mode is just a different section of his helmet, so he can just lift up his face or change it without really any CG, as far as I can tell. It's just a different combination. So yeah, that was Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger episode 17, and I'm very excited to see where this will go. I would almost classify this episode as a filler, though it was much better than the episode 15 and the one where Tusk works at a bookshop. So I guess I'd actually recommend you guys see this episode. It's a good bit of world building for Zhuland and good character building for Sella. Once again, there are things that I kind of wish were explained more, but hey, at least we're learning something about Sella and the rest of the group. Unlike with the episode where Tusk worked at a bookshop or the sniper one. So I'd recommend you guys see this. I can't wait to talk to you guys next time about episode 18, and we will see how much of a badass Zyuoh the world actually turns out to be. Bye-bye!